Welcome in, come meet my Bristol bro. Anything from this to that, my Bristol bro. So nice to introduce my Bristol bro. Anyone from him to her, my Bristol bro. Work with these hands, you see this hard form. Say with your chest, my pen is hardcore. Even at my desk, feel like a star-lord. And it shows how much we give it all for. Now it's time to give them all an encore. Till it's back to the chalkboard. Welcome in, come meet my Bristol bro. Anything from this to that, my Bristol bro. So nice to introduce my Bristol bro. Anyone from him to her, my Bristol bro.
What's up, everyone? It's Tuesday. That means you're hanging out with Sam and James on Bristol Bros. We got a little guest who's ready to roll right into bed as soon as he gets off. He told me he has his jammies on. He's ready to go. Sam, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm a little tired. I'm not gonna lie.
So you're in the same club with John then?
Yeah, the last finally handed my keys over to my house that I sold yesterday.
Okay.
So the last 2 to 3 days, because they went over and did like their final, check-in before they took the house from me, and they were bitching and moaning with some of the things that were left over. So I had to go back over there and rip stuff out of the house. And
you were already doing that prior to that, because
I had to do 3 trips to the dump yesterday.
Woo-wee.
Yeah, not a happy day. So I was busy, and then I've had meetings all day today. Can't really discuss what I've been what I'm up to.
NDA'd out of your mind.
Not yet, but I'll let you know.
All right. We'll talk off air.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we got a lot of our regulars in here. Michael Gardner's here. He says, "What's up, y'all? What's up, Michael?" He's at It's Me, Mike G, over on Instagram. We got the one and only Victor Medina. What's up, Vic? And without further ado, we got Mr. John Mungiello here with us. What's up, John?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Got that?
Thanks for having me.
Sleep dust in your eyes.
Yeah.
Ready for the Bristol Bros to get you all amped up just in time to go to bed, right?
Yeah. Then I got to find a way to cool down.
Yeah, exactly. Well, things have been pretty exciting for you here recently. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I know probably want to talk about Eve a little bit, your creator-owned book.
Yeah.
Why don't you take us back to the beginning of Eve?
Sure.
To
Yeah.
get started, just so then we can bring everybody up to date with the current news.
Yeah. So the beginning of it was I made a Christmas card as a joke. Sent it to my editor, and it was like Santa Claus holding a grenade bomb in the Krampus head. And then he kind of said, like, maybe we could make a story out of this. So I did. I wrote it in like a week or so. And then I edited it from there, and it changed a good amount. But then I just jumped in, started drawing it. Took about a year and a half to draw, roughly. And then it just came out on Black Friday 2025, so this past holiday. So that was
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty recent. And just to give everybody a little sneak peek into your background, you're an art instructor for your day job. So
that's why I'm tired.
Art's a big part of your life, man.
Yeah, I said to my wife the other day, I was like, I get to think about art all day, so I feel like I won.
Yeah.
Especially now in our country.
You're doing the kind of art that you want to do, so that's a win-win right there.
Yeah, even better. Help some kids draw some comics. Not too bad.
Awesome. Well, anytime I have a guest on that I'm more, we have a guest that I'm more familiar with, I want to make sure to not hog all of the interview and let Sam ask you some things. So, Sam, what do you got for John tonight?
What the hell were you drawing on Sunday's stream? Is this the kid in front of a toilet?
Oh yeah, it was one of the people that bought my book. He wanted a commission too, And on his show, I was talking about Rugrats because it was the first comic book I ever drew when I was a kid, and it was when Chucky learned to use the toilet.
Nice.
So I drew him from his perspective of the monster toilet that he had to deal with.
That's awesome, man.
When
Yeah,
I
it felt
saw it,
pretty
I
good to. Oh, sorry.
go
What did you
ahead.
say, Sam? Oh no,
Go
it
ahead.
felt pretty good to go back to the beginning, like when I was like 5.
I was getting like Conquer Bad Fur Day
Oh
vibes.
yeah,
Yeah, the Mighty Pooh. I'm sure you know.
yeah, that's a great game. Yeah.
Um, so like for you, because when I look at your art, I kind of see like a eclectic kind of like group of like artists that's kind of like in your DNA. So it's like who you know look at and who do you know who's kind of floating around in your artistic DNA?
Yeah, I mean a lot of stuff, like different stuff, I guess, like movies and things too, and fine art. But comic book wise, definitely, it's Frank Miller was always one of the biggest ones for me. I kind of always, I think, I'm thinking of him when I'm drawing, especially because in some of his books, like I think it was Dark Knight Returns, it was at the end of it. I can't remember the character's name, but Robin was fighting him, and he had like the little baby bombs that he was throwing at them, and the cartooning in the face was just so cool, and it was like the first time I saw cartooning mixed with this realism that he also was able to get, and it's something I'm still trying to get. So that's a big one. But Eric Larson was one of the first that I always loved, and Gary Frank, and Jim Lee and all that. Brian Boland for his shading. I wish I could do that. And Steve Dillon, actually, who did Preacher as well. Just the characters that he gets out of his face. Also cartoony with realism at the same time. So I think it kind of fits me. And then contemporaries, definitely Daniel Warren Johnson and James Herron and those guys.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
have
kind
any?
of the biggest one that pops out with your work. I think most people right away compare it to Daniel
Yeah.
Warren Johnson for sure.
Yeah, it's the movement in this work is what I kind of always want to bring back to my work a little bit more. I
Yeah.
feel like I got kind of stiff and it was getting boring, so I needed to switch it up.
Do you have any like influence from like underground or like alternative comics at all? Because that
Yeah.
because that toilet drawing that you were doing on Sunday, when I was looking at it, I was like, this would like fit in like an an underground book. So I was kind of curious to see who you're looking at.
Yeah, I mean, I used to always look at like Crumb and stuff when I was in college all the time. It was kind of cool because I was studying fine art, so he was sort of like this little bridge between the two. So that was fun to find out. And then God, the name just slipped my mind. He did Black Hole, Charles Burns. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, his again the shading, and Craig Thompson. He did blankets and stuff. All that kind of indie stuff. I really liked and grew on. And Jeff Lemire too. Even I know he's kind of in the mainstream now, but not in the beginning. So
You're speaking Sam's language with all those names.
oh
Yeah.
they're the best.
Yeah.
Matt Kint as well.
Yeah,
Nice.
R. Crumb is like an interesting character. I mean, in terms of like underground people, I think he's the one that has the most like mainstream viability to him, at least in terms of like people that know about him. But he
Yeah.
definitely does have a lot of like that weird fine art crossover, because like he does make like just the most batshit crazy
Yeah.
comics, but you like look at his actual like drawing, like his like he did a series of like jazz players and like old blues players, like folk players and stuff. I'm like, that dude could draw his ass off.
Yeah.
Oh, he's great. Yeah, yeah. The shading is like unbelievable, and all by hand, which is great. But actually, if you ever look at a Rembrandt etching, if you ever get the chance to look it up, it looks a lot like his drawings, like the characters, the way he draws figures. It's almost straight from that.
Interesting.
Totally different subject matter, but same thing.
Yeah. That's so cool that you were able to draw from all these different sources of inspiration in your work, and you've definitely become your own, you've developed your own style for sure. Like you do have all these
Thanks.
similarities, but yeah, and the thing with you is just how fast you've gotten.
It doesn't feel like it, but I appreciate
It's
every time you
crazy,
say it.
dude. It's like you, Vic, and Yev are like You need 90
Yeah.
minutes and you're done with a complete piece. It's ridiculous.
Those guys are great too. So,
Yeah, I remember you saying that because I had mentioned to you on that one piece, I'm like, do you ever just go straight from your rough blue line straight to inks? Because you were going in, and he's like, oh, I'm going to start doing that now. And now he's just going straight.
yeah, it's been great. I did like a little sketch in the sketchbook or on the back of the paper, and then I just dove in. It's been
Yeah.
much more fun. That's the way I used to draw, and then I kind of got like stiff. Everything had to be perfect, and I've been slowly trying to break that down.
Yeah.
Which is actually harder, I think, than building up. It's very weird.
Do you do the tradigital workflow? Are you sketching, doing your loose, like your roughs on the iPad and then printing them out and then going from there?
I was, but then I stopped actually. That week I did the cover with you guys for that indie book that I was doing with the covers for.
Yeah.
And I had a lot more fun, and I liked the way it looked, and I had to fight with it, and it felt good again. Got my hands dirty.
One
So it's
less
more fun.
step, one less
Yeah,
step in the process too,
I
right?
got so frustrated with trying to get the printer to print it exactly right. It always would cut stuff off, and I was like, why am I wasting my time? I could just jump in and do it. So I do it. Sometimes I will do it if it's just easier because I'm at work and I got that on me.
Yeah.
But I've been trying not to. Yeah.
Going full Jim Lee style.
Yeah. Even
Straight to the board.
perspective was another thing. It's the tool on the iPad. It's like awesome and it's easy, but at the same time, it's really rigid. And I found it was easier just to be able to make the grid myself and change things, erase things. It's more fun.
And you got the Daniel Warren Johnson tool, secret tool that everybody was trying to figure out what it was, the 10-point divider. And
Yeah.
you posted that one video and everybody went out and found one of those things.
I think
Sam,
I
you
think
should,
I taught it well.
before I forget, you should start making those, Sam. People sell them for a ridiculous amount, like the metal ones.
I honestly
Yeah.
could.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
easily do it.
Yeah.
I'll take a free one, Sam, just in case.
You got to take a photo of yours and send it to him to
I
be
will.
able to get it modeled, and then he'll start making them because he does.
That sounds
Sam, I don't
awesome.
know if you know this, John, but Sam 3D prints like the circle and ellipse templates, and he also makes
cool.
like micron holders too.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that. I gotta
Yeah.
get some of those. Yeah. That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah, maybe if you hook him up with a copy of Eve, he might
I'll
might
send
send
you one.
some throw you a bone and send something your way.
That sounds good to me. I always lose my pen, so it'd be nice to have a micron holder.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for somebody to make something decent at attaching to the drafting table that's 3D printed to hold the pins. Because
That would be actually
with
great,
it being
yeah.
at an angle and everything, like,
Yeah, you could just grab them, and that would be
So
awesome.
mine right now, actually, I can show it to you. Oh, never mind. It's stuck on the desk. I forgot that I did that.
you got a little something, something.
Is what I did was if you know like those drawer bumpers that you can like buy to like stick on like your kitchen drawer so they don't slam shut.
Yeah.
I stuck 2 of those on the bottom and then put it right on the edge of my desk, and then it stops it from
sweet.
sliding down. And it was
Oh,
like
that's smart.
the perfect
That's really cool.
for
Yeah.
it.
I was just sticking my kneaded eraser on, and then I shoved the pencil on it.
Sam,
It
that's
worked.
something else you got to start selling, man. I'd buy a bunch of them from you.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
That's what
I
I
just
liked
got
about my old drafting table. My original drafting table had a built-in tray already that it came attached to the side of it, but now you
nice.
like search for like tray that attaches to drafting table and you can't find anything.
Yeah. I just been using like my old coffee cups and stuff, the biggest ones I could find. But they overflow, and then it's like falling all over the place.
Yeah.
I just finally got a desk, so I'm happy about that. That was a big one.
That's good.
Eve, I did the entire thing on the island in the kitchen over there.
Oh wow.
I just propped up a board.
Leaning over or what?
Yeah, it was killed my back.
Now, when you did the Eve, was that like pretty much all traditional too?
Yeah, I did.
When you did the
pencil in
initial one?
iPad. Yeah, I penciled everything in the iPad and then printed blue line and then ink and everything on the paper on the boards. Which is good because then I got stuff that I could sell, so that helps a little bit.
Yeah.
But you just can't get the same kinds of textures. I don't feel digitally. Even with the texture brushes, it always looks a little bit stiff, a little bit fake. Even though it's not fake, but you know what I mean.
Well, it's not completely randomized. There is a pattern, and you
Yeah,
can start to pick it up over time. When you look at it, you're like, oh, there's where it
yeah,
overlaps the repeating
yeah,
pattern,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. And it's nice when just being able. It's probably because I painted so much in college. Like it feels more like painting when you just grab different types of materials and build them up. And I always wanted like I think it was Frank Miller that said it too, but like he wanted when people go up to his artwork, you could see like the whiteout and stuff. And I saw
Mhm.
at a New York Comic Con they had a cover for one of Sin City. I'm not sure which one it was, but it seems like it's just white and black and very simple and clean. And then when you go to it, the guy put tons of whiteout over this drawing that he probably redrew until it was perfect, and it was like sticking up out of the, the thing almost.
Like a
And
topographical map.
yeah, and it was so cool. I always love the textures. I think so. I wanted people to be able, when they buy the art, to get something different out of it. Because often, if I buy art, I'm like, it just looked like it did in the book. I should have just saved my money. But I wanted something new. Screen tone textures, whiteout textures, all that good
I was
stuff.
about to say, I seen you cutting up that screen tone. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, get on
Yeah,
that.
it's a lot of fun.
Making all the noise on a Sunday.
It's crazy how it picked up on all that.
It did.
I got a
You got a
repeater
fan
stamp.
here. You got a
Oh,
fan, Mr. Dan Goodwin, in the chat. He says, I
oh yeah.
I get so many great comments on that Superman with the falling bombs piece from you.
Oh,
So
thanks,
good. I
Dan.
love showing that piece to other people.
Yeah, I appreciated him buying. I like that one. I appreciate.
Yeah, that one
him
turned
buying
out
that one.
awesome.
Yeah, thanks. That was the first time I started trying to get the movement thing going, and it worked. So I kept pushing it.
To be fair, I haven't seen a piece you've done that hasn't been awesome, though. So that's kind of like, you know,
Thanks.
now you got to one up yourself, though, because your style has changed a lot since the first iteration of Eve.
Yeah, even I started drawing the new cover today, and it's still pretty minimal. It's like a portrait kind of thing, but she looks so different, and it's because of all the practicing I've been doing every day still. So
Yeah.
just little drawings here and there. Yeah.
Why don't you let anybody who's not familiar know like the premise of Eve, and then we can talk a little bit about the new book
Yeah,
that
sure.
you just got approached by the publisher to start working on with a pretty rapidly approaching deadline, I would say, not to stress you out at all.
Well, I got 2 pages done, so that's pretty good.
There was where the being fast part comes into play, right?
Yeah. So basically, it's, I mean, simple story. It's just some fun Christmas carnage and a kind of black metal hellscape, as it said on the back of it, or as Daniel Warren Johnson said, "Wild, bold, bloody, and beautiful." Right? That's a good review. But
yeah, and let's just say this: it wouldn't be a chat with you without me mentioning, like I always do, you're one of the only people I know who has a pull quote from Daniel Warren Johnson on your book, and Daniel Warren Johnson bought a piece of your original art from you, so that's like pretty nuts.
That was the day that I stopped feeling so self-conscious about everything. I was like, if he said it's okay, it's probably okay. I could do it.
Exactly.
But yeah, so basically it's about this woman Eve, who you find out is Mrs. Claus, because I was like, there's no name for that person like throughout time, so I wanted to give her an actual personality and a name, because Santa Claus has like 1,000 names.
Yeah.
So it's about that, and then she's got like these powers, and then she kind of gives them up so that he can do what he does during Christmas time, and she gets taken by something, and you can read it and you'll find out, and then he's got to go get her back, but it's kind of, she also sort of finds her strength again through that process, and I don't want to spoil too much, but but it's really kind of about sort of marriage, I think, more than anything, and kind of giving too much of yourself or taking too much from someone, and how to balance that with an axe and monsters and cool stuff like that.
Is it about Santa being a fraud, fake ass fraud?
Maybe. Well, actually, I remember I was on library duty in at the old school that I worked at, and I was writing a poem. It was just about. I was like, what if Santa was just kind of a bum that sat around all year until he did that one thing and he ignored her the whole time. So
Yeah,
it didn't really go anywhere. But I think it trickled back in when I did the comic book, and it's kind of what he was.
that's
Oh yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Now, so Eve, people can still purchase that on your website, and that
yeah.
wasn't a, and I just put the website up on there, but yeah, Michael Gardner's asking. So if you go to johnmungiello.com, you can pick it up, and you can also get it on Amazon, right, John?
Yeah, yeah. I would appreciate if you get it through me because I do get more money and I get it
Yeah,
faster.
yeah,
And
for sure.
I need to buy more art supplies. So,
And they can also get like remarks and cool
yeah.
stuff as part of it.
Yeah, so if you get it from me, it's 35, I believe, shipping, but I'll remark it for that.
Yeah,
So you'll get a nice like drawing inside of it. If you want, I was
yeah.
also taking separate commissions with it for 65 or 70, something like
Say
that.
that part again because the first part cut out.
Oh, there's also a second tier, so you can select it in the options on the website, and you can get the book remarked plus a commission, a 9 by 12
And
commission.
that's the
Yeah.
option I went for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave you an 11 by 14 though, James.
Ooh, don't make everybody jealous, John. Hooked your guy up. All right, so they can get it on your website, and
Yep.
because it wasn't like a Kickstarter or anything, this was something
No.
you did, and you actually got published by a publisher, right? And this is the same publisher that you're working with on the new one.
Yeah, yeah. So I signed on with them for 3 books, 2 of which I wrote and drawing. One of them I'm just drawing, which got 5 more pages left. I'm almost there.
Nice. Who's the publisher that we're talking about?
So it's the Canadian publisher. They're called Lev Gleason. They're called. They've been around since like the 40s. Like I think they published the original Daredevil. Like I'm pretty sure he's totally different. He has like a boomerang and stuff.
Okay.
But that's I guess where the name came from. I'm not really sure. But
Yeah.
they have an indie imprint called New Friday. So that's the one that's putting out my stuff.
Sweet. And
Yeah.
they like the first one so much now.
Yeah, they said it performed well. So he just texted me yesterday. He's like, "You want to do it like this, and maybe we can re-release it at Christmas?" I was like, "Sure."
Wow. So that's literally like fresh breaking news as
Yeah,
of
yeah,
yesterday.
yeah. And I did
And
a
you
couple
already have a
pages already.
cover and 2 pages done.
Yeah. Cover's not done, but it's close. So.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I cut out like a chunk. I have 5 pages of like a cool action scene. It didn't rhythmically work with the story, so I cut it out.
Right.
But I was thinking I could draw it and just put it in as like a bonus scene.
Oh,
at the
for
end.
sure. Yeah. Like a
Just
director's cut. Like this didn't make it into the first one.
Yeah. I thought that would be kind of fun. So, I'm gonna probably do that.
Yeah, Dan, you gotta pick it up if you haven't already. Says
Yeah,
he's
that would
not
be
familiar with your sequential work. So yeah.
And actually, I'm also selling them on Saturday and Sunday. There's comic art live. It's like comic art fans.
Oh, sweet. You're gonna be on there.
Yeah. That's where Dan actually got my Superman. So I'm gonna
Nice.
sell it. I'm selling it there as well. Probably still easier to just get it from my website. But
Vic says we can expect the new book to be done by the end of the week.
I hope so.
At the rate that you work.
It's funny, but it's so easy when it's like my own stuff. But the book that I'm drawing that I didn't write, it's taking me so long because I don't see it in my head. I gotta like force it out.
I remember you talking about that. Like you were kind of struggling with that a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that again.
Well, just be like my buddy Sam and just only do your own stuff, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's fun.
Brandon Paul's in here. What's up, Brandon? He says, "Hey, dudes." Are you familiar with Mr. Brandon Paul, John?
I don't think so,
dude.
No. But I do forget names pretty fast.
He's the man. Look up The Adventures of Chuck Maxwell. That's kind of his it is his creator-owned thing that he just did. Like he was inspired to do, and it's insane. He's nice. Like Vic. He's another one I call a one-man art studio. Pencils, inks, colors, letters, writes, does everything.
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, that's awesome. I always appreciated people like that. Those were always my favorites.
And
And then you don't have to work with anybody.
if we could imbue Brandon with the speed force that John and Vic have, so we can get Chuck Maxwell too, like tomorrow, we'll be good. Yeah.
I don't feel I've my next book I've been working on for like, I don't know, what is it, like 4 years, because Eve kind of interrupted it. So I had like 30 pages done, ready to go. Then I did Eve. Then I got better. Now I got to redo those 30 pages.
Brandon does his own stunts too.
Oh, nice.
He says Brandon's the only other guy I know has a dog character as the lead. John's told me how he writes his stories. That's how I've been doing mine. So far, I have my name written. Nice.
I don't remember telling him that.
Oh, Brandon, you are going fast. Brandon's got 8 pages left in issue 2. Nice.
He claims that it will be done before what he's doing, IC3 in Jacksonville.
Oh, cool. He's doing that? I'm doing the one in Rhode Island in September.
Well, me too. I'll be there.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I'll see you there. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm so jealous, all you Midwest to East Coast guys getting to see each other. You're all going to meet in person before I've met any of you guys in person, I swear.
I do. One of the main places I want to go, though, James, is Washington State, because they got all the Twin Peaks stuff, which I'm a big fan.
You would really vibe with Portland and Emerald City Comic Con, too. Or Portland really is Rose City Comic Con. So that's in Portland, and then Emerald City in Seattle. Like, either one of those, I think you dig. But Portland's got, like, Portland's more, like, creator focused. Emerald City's kind of turning more into, like, the pop culture, like not as much comic creators as I would like.
A lot of them are like that.
If you had to pick one, I would say get Rose City to bring you out. That would be cool.
Nice. Yeah, definitely. I'd love to do that one year. The IC3 guys were great too, honestly. It was like the best one I've ever done. That was the first con I ever did, the New Haven one last year.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it just felt like it was just comics. There wasn't anything else. It was really cool.
That's New Haven, Connecticut, right?
Yeah, they did it there.
That's funny. I've been there like 4 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've taught jiu-jitsu seminars there.
Oh, cool. Oh, if you're ever there, I'll drive up.
I worked with an organization called Black Belts for Butterflies, and it's an autism awareness charity that I'm part of. So I've taught several seminars out there over the years. So if I ever end up back out that way, I'll definitely be hitting you guys up.
Yeah, it's only about an hour and 20 minutes from me, so I definitely can do that.
Oh, Yev's taken off, sitting at a restaurant.
It's too good.
I feel bad for that restaurant. They're out of food if Yev's in there.
His Arnold voice is in my head
I know.
all day.
24/7. So that's great. So you also have another one coming up in next week? Graphics Con or something that you're going to be at?
Oh yeah, it's this Sunday actually in Manhattan.
Oh, this Sunday, okay.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty pumped too because Matt Wisniewski's going to be there. He did and I think his stuff's awesome. So I'm kind of happy I met him once before, but it'd be nice to meet him as a coworker instead of a fan.
Yeah. Peers. You're going to be peers now.
Yeah, and it's a small show, and it's happening while the Comic Art Live's happening, so I'm going to have to do 2 at once.
Oh, man.
It's going to be hard. Yeah, so I'm feeling like a sick day's coming on for Monday.
Not if they tune in. They're going to say, nope,
yeah.
You're not actually sick, John.
Just tired.
I did have a question about Eve, I guess, just in general. Yeah. And this is more, I guess, is for myself and for the audience. Since it is like a Christmas themed comic, do you find that you can read it at any time of the year, or is it more like something that is like more focused to be like read around Christmas?
I mean, I think it's cool to read it during them, but yeah, it's not. I mean, even though that's the landscape it's in, it's not about that. So I think you could enjoy it at any point in the year. There's a lot of snow, so if you want to experience the coldness, I guess wait for the winter. But yeah,
I got a lot of snow in my comic too, but it's fine.
It's fun to draw, and it also you don't have to draw a lot of it, so that's the best part.
Got a lot of our Uncanny Artman buddies in here tonight. Ed's in here, Travis is in here, Vic, we got Yev. This is really
Nice.
cool. They're all showing the love.
What's up, guys? I appreciate it.
Yeah. It's been a good little group getting together on there, and
Definitely. The one thing I'm gonna add in the new version of the book, I'm gonna put in the dedication to you guys as well.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely no shortage of inspiration amongst that group, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I was gonna ask you guys, because y'all have your own individual X-Men names, and now that I'm in the production chair here,
yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. Guy kind of is the one that assigned most of those to us, so he
took
doesn't.
Wolverine too.
Yeah, he took Wolverine, of course.
I was kind of feeling more like a Nightcrawler.
That's who Ed took. That's who Ed took.
Fuck you, Ed. It's mine.
Yeah, Ed. Trying to think.
I'm actually 5'4" and hairy, so therefore I'm basically Wolverine.
Yeah, and then who took Beast? Was that Trav or?
I think that was me, because it was the other.
Well, you did. That was the leftover one.
Yeah, it kind of fit. He likes to read and stuff, so.
So you should just one up Guy Dorian and be Weapon X Wolverine, because that's just the best version. So
there you go.
Yeah, that book's amazing, actually. My sister-in-law, they went to France, and that's where her husband's from, and they got me the black and white version of that book, which is really cool.
Oh yeah.
I can't. It's all in French, but I read it already, so it doesn't matter. But the artwork is great.
Barry Windsor Smith, after he had his artistic awakening and like unveiled the new style and just blew everybody away.
Yeah, so cool. His monster book was awesome.
Michael, yeah, that's it. Sam's the shapeshifter from the animated show. Yeah, he could be anybody. He could be Mystique, technically.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'll be fine with that.
It's all good.
It's all right. It's 2026. It's acceptable.
Exactly. That's why I did the Monster Girl deal for Mother's Day. I'm like, hey, technically, kinda.
Yeah, that works.
So, in your ideal workflow, because we know how fast you are, but do you just kind of go with where your inspiration's taking you as far as what you work on? Like you mentioned, you had that, kind of that idea for that fight scene, or you jump in like, I'm assuming you don't always work through it in chronological. You probably go in and draw like what you want based on how you're feeling on a given day. Is that how you like to approach things?
Yeah, well, it's my brain's a bit all over the place. So the one thing I always struggled with was actually finishing things. I finally did, though.
Same
because
here.
While I'm working on something, then something else comes in, and I'm like, well, that's cool. I want to do that now. Like I got this idea for the Punisher short story. There's no reason I need to do that right now.
And you did the Batman one, and
yeah, and I got to finish that. What I have that going too.
Welcome to the semi superpower known as ADD, my friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Something that fuels all of us creative-minded people.
Yeah, nothing helps.
It could be our greatest ally or our biggest enemy. It just depends on the day, right?
That's what I'm trying to like figure out how to like temper it a little bit so my life's not as hard. But it's getting there. But with like the book itself, I wrote it, and I did do it pretty linearly actually. I wrote it and then roughed everything from page 1 to the end to make sense in my brain. And I'm kind of doing the same thing with the next book too, so it seemed to work out.
Yeah. I find for me, with the way my brain works, like I have to kind of have some kind of plan of what I'm going to do the next day. Otherwise, if I go in a day where I have free time to, like, I'm going to do all these things, and then I end up jumping all over or not doing any of them.
Same. Yeah. Especially if I ever have like a day off or in summer and stuff, you think I'd be more productive, but I end up being less productive.
I'm the same way, man. I have to set a schedule for myself. Yeah.
Like at work, it kind of it does it a bit for me, so I think it helps. But I chose though. I was doing a lot of it at work actually, like in between. But at the new school, it's just too hard. It's more fast paced. So I just been doing practicing at work, like on my lunch, just a couple sketches. And
Yeah.
then when I come home, I'm ready to go, and I just kind of jump in, sit for a few hours, and then
You have a lot of Travis, it's all of us ADD artists. He says that's me
yeah,
to a T. Yeah, I think it's all of
definitely.
us in here right now are the same way.
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna ask you, like, do you find we say kids, but the age group, the people that you teach,
Mm.
are a lot of them into comics, and do they know like what you do? Have you shown them your comic related
Yeah,
work?
yeah. No, it's pretty cool. A lot of them actually bought it too, which I kind of feel bad, but it's nice. And like
That's cool.
even students from like 10 years ago, I got pictures of them at Christmas with the book and stuff, which is
Wow.
pretty cool. So I guess that's why I started teaching, to get people to buy my book.
There you go.
But
Captive
no, yeah,
audience. You want to get a good grade?
yeah. The best feeling actually was, I think it was a couple months ago when the book came out. I showed it to this one kid who likes comics a lot, and he's like, "You're actually doing this for real? Like you're a real comic book creator?" And I was like, "I guess, yeah." Didn't really think about it, but it felt good. I was like, if they see me that way, then I must be doing something
Yeah.
right. But yeah, I do. I have a copy of it at work, so I show people sometimes.
Have any of them kind of shown interest in pursuing comics in regard to their art?
Uh,
Like I know Yeb says he has
sort
a
of.
bunch of them that
Yeah.
want to do like manga and they show him that and everything.
Yeah, I got like a mixture of it. I mean, I actually one of at my old school that I worked at, I had Dylan Dietrich, and you can look him up on Instagram.
Yeah, he's been in the
Yeah,
chat before on the art
yeah,
streams.
yeah. He's a great kid. I had him during COVID on Zoom, and I'll never forget. He held up, like, very shy. He held up this drawing of, it was like Clint Eastwood surfing on a shark, but it was drawn so well, especially for his
Nice.
age. And I was just like, dude, you got to do this. So I remember I drove to his house and I dropped off some Copics and some comic paper or whatever. And then he just kept going, and it was great. And then he went to Kubert School, and what did he just did in February, his first thing for DC. It was a Supergirl short story.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was really cool to
Did you
see.
see Michael's comment? He said you got to make
No,
all of the students sell the comics as a quote unquote school fundraiser.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Do a signing.
Yeah, get them all.
So that was cool to actually see, to now be co-workers with and actually, ironically, I did a Comic-Con in June here, and it wasn't planned, but he was the table next to me, so that was pretty fun.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it's like a full circle moment, so that was cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, the kids are reading. They especially like Absolute Batman. I noticed it for me too. It made me like reading that stuff
It's
again.
drawing
So
a lot of new people who are new to comics into the shop. Yeah, that's I was talking with my LCS owner, and he said like he's getting people all the time in there. They'll come in, and it's kind of like what Kirkman just said in an interview. They'll come in looking for Absolute Batman, and they leave with like 5 image books on top of it
yeah,
too.
yeah,
So
yeah,
they're kind of
yeah,
digging the. I don't know. It
yeah,
almost feels like a resurgence of the 90s, like crazy image
yeah,
days with just people
yeah.
wanting exciting stuff, exciting art.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't do it all the time. It's like it always works. All the books that I reread are The Dark Knight Returns, and all these classics that redefine the character.
Yeah.
Um, but yet it doesn't happen that often. So I'm glad it's happening again. And actually, I find him even more relatable now. The new Batman,
Yeah.
like without the money, I'm like, I get
Right,
it.
right. Yeah, do a little different twist, right?
Yeah, yeah, I like it. I really
They
like
should
it
have
a
made him
lot.
a starving artist.
Yeah, it'd be even better. I'm just saying too, I met Scott Snyder a year and a half before they announced that, and I showed
Yeah.
him my Santa with the battle axe and the spikes coming out.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying, maybe.
Yeah. And he just happens to sound just like you too. So he
Yeah.
took your voice and he took your idea.
Maybe, I don't know. That's
Maybe
okay.
it just got implanted in the back of his brain, It wasn't
Yeah,
intentional. It's just like one of those things where you saw
yeah.
something and then
I gotta say,
comes
it'd
out
be
later.
if that's true, it'd be very flattering. That's pretty cool.
What's funny about that is he did not want to write that book.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Which I'm glad
using
he
it
did.
as he kept using it as the example. Vic says, "Wait,
Yeah.
you're not Scott Snyder." Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guess he kept using that as like the example of what you could do with a character under the absolute line. And
Yeah.
then he was like trying to find somebody to write it. And I think it was like James Tinian finally called him and was like, "Yeah, I figured out who can write it." And he's like, "You." He's like, "You need
Yeah.
to do it."
It's
He's like, "It's
perfect.
all you've been talking about. You need to do it."
He in his writing classes. I haven't listened to all of them, but some of them. I remember he was talking about. He was reading like a book about just the economy and how money's distributed unevenly and all this stuff. And it's funny because you can see it all in Absolute Batman, like with
Yeah.
Joker and switching Batman up that way. It's pretty cool. It's like his
Yeah.
brain was working on it the whole time.
Yeah, and very John Mungiello fashion of like these kind of monstrous horror twists they've gone with the villains and things too.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, I gotta draw this book. It's perfect for me.
It is. At
It's
least get
left
you on some covers or something, you know.
I know. I want to do it so bad. Hope that's
Well,
why I'm just gonna write my own short story. This way I don't have to
Exactly.
worry about waiting.
Scott Snyder wants to take your voice and wants to take your ideas. You can take him to court.
Yeah, there you go.
Good luck with
He's-
that one.
He's too nice.
He's super nice, man. I've
Yeah.
heard nothing but good, just like you. He's
That's
taking
it.
your nice gimmick too, man.
It's kind of funny because he actually looks like me and my friend like fused. It's really weird.
It's like, honestly, though, when you think about that dude's career, it's like, how are you not sick of writing for Batman for
Yeah.
how long you've been doing it? It's like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. And it's his stuff was so good too.
Hmm.
It's like
And he's written it for so long, but he, for whatever reason, he was afraid of like taking on the absolute Batman thing. It's like, dude, you know
Yeah.
the character, like you can do this.
Yeah.
Single white John Mancello. Oh, you're like Scott Snyder if he could draw.
Yeah, yeah. He's probably better at writing, but it's-
Hey, you know, I heard something. Somebody said this a while back. They said every comic book writer is a failed artist. Like they all wanted, all the great writers are
That was Robert
ones-
Kirkman said that.
Yeah, Kirkman
Yeah.
said that, right? He said that
Yeah.
a lot because he draws. He actually did a cover for the new Youngblood that's coming out.
Yeah, I saw that.
oh yeah, I'll check that
Yep.
out. Yeah,
Dude,
Grant
look at so
Morrison too.
Yeah.
Actually, he
Oh, there's a
drew
ton of
also.
them. There's a ton
Yeah.
of them. Yeah,
that
Mark
cover
Miller.
that he did, though, look at it. It's like Eric. Sorry, Jesus, what the hell is his name? We're just talking about him. Just lost
Oh,
my lost
Eric
my damn
Larson.
mind.
Eric
Thank you.
Larson.
Eric Larson. So it's like Eric Larson. If you look at that cover that Kirkman did, it's
Yeah.
like it's straight up just Savage Dragon. Like the dude's holding a gun, and it's
Yeah.
like 3 times the size of his body. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
just a Savage Dragon drawing.
I
But
love
with
it.
blood.
Yeah.
One
I
thing
love Eric Larson.
One thing I was impressed with is if you look in the old Invincible trade paperbacks where they have all the making of stuff, like a lot of times, you know, Kirkman did give like little character designs to Otley, and they weren't
Oh,
half
cool.
bad. Like, of course,
Oh,
Otley made them better, but like they were
Yeah,
decent sketches enough to, and he would do that with like a little thumbnails for like cover ideas and stuff. So
yeah,
the guy can draw. He just didn't, you know,
Yeah.
wasn't able to take it to that next level.
yeah. That makes sense. But he could do it with the writing. So, but
Yeah.
actually, so funny. There's one person I forgot to mention that helped me out a lot in the beginning of all this, and he was the colorist of the first. I can't remember how many issues of Invincible. Bill Crabtree. He also I think he lives in Portland actually.
Oh,
But
nice.
he's I don't remember how, but I drew something. I think I drew a Berserker drawing, and he's coloring that, and he commented on it, and then I just started talking to him, and then we zoomed together, and then we were on there for like 5 hours, and he gave me a whole coloring tutorial, which
Oh,
is
wow.
great.
That's
And then we
amazing.
just kept in touch from there, but it was nice to I don't know, get validation from someone that was good.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it was a good start for me there.
I
with him.
mean, how much validation do you need, John? And
Endless.
DWJ bought a piece of your original art. Like,
that helps, but
should feel pretty validated.
I know, but then part of me is like, oh, maybe I'm just like ripping him off, and I suck, and I'm not good enough at this, and I got to push it further, but I don't know how.
Do you get that imposter syndrome?
All the time, yeah. With everything I do.
Do you get at all, like, I don't know if offended is the right word, but if somebody tells you your stuff looks like DWJ, you're like, I want to look like my own stuff, or is it like some of the highest praise somebody can give you? Or
I think a little bit of both probably, but I don't get offended. No, I always get more scared. I'm like, crap, maybe I need to change a little bit. but at the same time, if it feels good, I just got to do it. So whatever it is. Yeah. And it's funny because when you look at any artist, you can see where they've come from when you really look closely. Oh yeah. Yeah. Even I was looking at Klaus Jansen's drawing, like his actual drawings, not just the inking. And if you looked at I can't remember the name of the artist. He did the story. It was like about the German soldier on the train. It was a short story in EC Comics. I can't remember his name, but if you look at the line work in that, it's like very similar to the way he draws, like this angular kind of style. Yeah. It's great story too. I just can't remember the guy's name, but it'll come to me probably when I
literally just bought that book off of Fantagraphics last night, cool. And I can't even fucking remember either.
You're blanking on it too.
Yeah, because I'm working on a horror book. So I went on to Fantagraphics and I bought I was just sending you, James, those Tower of Shadow comics.
Dude, you got it, John. Have you seen those?
I don't think so. No.
Called Tower of Shadows.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and Fantagraphics just reprinted them last year. And in August, I had no idea, so I bought that book too. Yeah.
Crazy, awesome art in them.
Nice.
Yeah, Barry Windsor Smith, and there's Neil Adams is buried in there. All sorts of people. Yeah.
All the horror kind of stuff that they do.
Yeah, it's all horror stuff. Yeah.
That sounds up my alley.
The thing though that I wanted to bring up to you though about imposter syndrome, because this is something that I think all of us run into, and when I was going through music school, that was something that I really battled with a lot, because I come from a self-taught background. Like I'd never had drum lessons, I'd never had music lessons, and when I went into music school, I got accepted and I got thrown into the wolves with a bunch of college-age kids who have been playing in orchestras and knew how to read music and were disciplined in that way. And I had none of that background, so I felt like I was a fish out of water. And my professor, told me that if you try to compare yourself to other people, especially your peers, all that's going to do is rob you of your joy of what you're doing, and then it's only going to bring you either physical injury because you're pushing yourself too hard, or mental injury because you're trying to compare yourself to something that it's like you're your own individual person, so there's no point in trying to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's just something that I don't know, that I kind of try to tell myself is you wouldn't be in the situation that you're in if you weren't supposed to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just put that into perspective for yourself. It's like you did the work to be where you're at. So be proud of the work that you did and don't second guess yourself. It's like you've made it. You know? So.
Thanks. Yeah. It's a weird feel. Somebody said that to me, and it was a weird feeling because I'm like, but I didn't. I'm still trying to figure this out, and that's the thing, because you're always trying to figure it out, So it's like, but definitely sitting back and admiring your accomplishments or something. I think we should do more of. It's funny. I'm always able to do it with teaching for whatever reason, but with art it's a little trickier. Probably because I like it too much. I admire it too much, I think.
It's really hard, especially as an artist, because you get in your echo chamber of being by yourself in your studio, pounding away at pages and whatnot. You really don't have a lot of outside feedback until something gets released, right? So it's a lot of just stewing in your own shit. You know what I mean? So it's so you can second guess yourself and everything like that. And that's why I think it's important to have a support system like the people with Uncanny X-Men and all of us here, because you can send people those pages and get feedback on it and not work in your own little echo chamber,
I think we've all grown a lot. I think that was one of the benefit of the old studio days.
Yeah.
when these guys were getting to be there in the studio together, and even from the perspective of like one-upsmanship, like seeing
Yeah.
something cool somebody
Yeah.
else did and trying to
Yeah,
push
it's good
yourself to do
sometimes.
better, you
Yeah.
know?
That was one of the good parts of art school is like when it worked. Sometimes it went the other way, but the good parts of it were you could see what people were doing. You got immediate feedback, and it's true because with teaching, I know right away if I made a mistake. It's very obvious. I can see it. Um, and with drawing, you don't really know it. Maybe you did. It's all gut stuff, which is
Mhm.
fun, but it's also terrifying at the same time. I try to do that. Like just focus on like the line that I'm drawing right now, and if I feel like it's got to go this way, and if it looks like this guy, it doesn't matter. I had to
Yeah.
do it.
With
Um,
teaching too, do you find, like, I do this all the time, like especially when I was earlier on in my teaching career, of like, how to tell somebody to do something, but you may not
yeah,
necessarily do that thing that way yourself, and it like
absolutely. It
holds
happened
you
to me today.
accountable, right? You're
Yeah,
like, oh wait,
yeah. It
yeah,
happened to me today. I was like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was giving a girl like advice, and I realized that I'm like, man, if only I could have myself as a teacher, I would be so much better. but
if
but I
only I could
can't.
apply the lessons I'm giving them
Yeah.
to myself.
Yeah, and she said she's like, why don't you just when you talk to yourself, think about it as you're teaching yourself. I'm like, I try. It's helpful
Yeah,
sometimes, but it's hard. There's
yeah,
there's
it's
too much, too much
easier
about
said
yourself.
than done, right?
Yeah, yeah. I always get it a lot with ideas too. I talk my wife's ear off about this all the time. It's just like I feel like I get one and then I feel like I lost it and I can't get one ever again. And then it comes
Yeah.
back and then I'm like, oh God, but it's gone again, and it's
Journal,
terrifying to me. Yeah,
iPhone
yeah,
notes.
yeah. Sometimes they come in so clear, and then other times it's like I feel like I'm just grinding away until it works. But yeah,
Yeah.
that part
Yeah.
scares me too.
Pounding the clay, right? Like getting
Yeah,
the
but
blocking the
but
forms out.
exactly. But it's just like drawing, yeah. But actually, it was I think when you said James, it was one of the Sunday nights. You were like, I said I think maybe I'm too much like Daniel Warren Johnson. You're like, no, just keep doing it. It looks really cool. So I
Yeah,
was like,
exactly.
I keep that in here every time
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going a little too close.
Yeah. No, and the thing is, your stuff is undeniably your own. Like
Oh,
you have your own style. Like
thanks.
you're not like a Daniel Warren Johnson clone.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have a lot of the things I love about his work are in your work. It's not
thanks.
necessarily like you're a copy of him, you know. So I feel like
Yeah, yeah, that's
you're
good.
pulling those things that you love from his work and incorporating them into your own style.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's fun to do too because it really pushes you further. All of a sudden, it feels like good big changes happen. I know.
Yeah.
I think Vic said this too, but sometimes I'll like trace over just someone I'm admiring at that point
Hmm.
to get a feeling for what they're doing, and it helped a lot. I did it with James Heron actually last week because I just love the way his stuff's so cartoony at the same time it's not at all, and it's like the
Yeah.
guy's got giant hands, which I didn't realize, but
Hmm.
um and it worked because I put it into that Daredevil drawing that I did,
Yeah.
and it seemed like everybody seemed to like that one. So
Yeah. Well, and I
yeah, that
think it's
came out good.
important to remember, you kind of touched on this a little bit earlier. You said basically like everybody is drawing influence from somebody. And it
Yeah,
was funny the
all
other
the time.
day, Sam, I can't remember the artist's name, but I posted it in our group chat because it literally looked like Daniel Warren Johnson had drawn this Punisher book.
Oh
But it's
yeah,
like
that
from
was
the
crazy.
90s. It's like this
Yeah,
artist from the 90s, and it looks exactly like Daniel Warren Johnson stuff, like everything. The way he did
yeah, like the
faces,
giant
the way he
guys
did
coming. Yeah,
action,
yeah.
camera angles. I'm like, "Oh, okay, like nothing is truly
It,
original. We're all just
no,
rediscovering stuff."
yeah, exactly. It's
Vic says he
that
didn't
made me feel
say
pretty good.
Vic says I didn't say shit. Yeah.
I
No,
say the
that
same
that
thing
that was a good one.
about music though. It's like there's Black Sabbath and there's everything else underneath that. Everything else is derivative from Black Sabbath, you know.
Yeah, I always wanted to be like that, the Black Sabbath though, but we'll see. I'm trying
Yeah.
working on it. But I
Well,
still my
John,
main goal is like trying. Oh, sorry, James. My
no, you're
main
good.
goal is
Keep
like
going.
just trying to, I guess, bring like all the fine art indie stuff, but like into the that more mainstream thing because I
Yeah.
love both sides and I can't choose. They both need to be there. So That's what
I
I'm
would
trying.
recommend to look at more Steve Rude. I mean, just
Yeah,
because
he's
of
great. Yeah.
because of your fine art background, it's like in the comics, it's kind of like I think he does like the perfect meshing of like both like the indie side of things and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
superhero-y with like the fine art stuff together.
Yeah. He's like I mean that guy can draw like everything so well, and
Yeah,
I
it's
wish
crazy.
I can't draw figures like that. It's great.
Nobody
I wish
can.
yeah,
Just-
he
Yeah, he's
works all the
amazing.
time too. You could see his studio is really cool.
Well, he's always studying though. Like he's always doing
Yeah,
studies and studying other people's work
yeah,
and the most impressive thing about him is that he's always trying to get better even all these years in, you know.
yeah. It makes me feel as actually because I used to do that so much when I was younger, and then I kind of like stopped, and I was just making the work, which is important. But
Yeah,
I wanted to bring some of that back, and that's what I've been doing this year more, getting my sketchbook out again. Feels good, and
it's good.
I could feel like it feels like I'm growing a little bit every
No,
day.
you 100%. Just since we
Yeah,
started doing the drawing streams together, your work has
yeah. Oh,
evolved.
thanks,
Yeah,
thanks. I'm going through all my anatomy books finally, and like actually
nice.
drawing everything in them. One page a day. That's my goal.
Yeah,
Very
the
cool.
anatomy book that Steve Rude studies from is Creative Illustration, Andrew Loomis.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
And that
yeah,
I
yeah.
highly recommend that book. I have it, and it's an incredible resource.
yeah,
Yeah, I have his other one, the I can't remember. It's the anatomy one. It was like the main one that they did.
yeah.
That's the one. I don't have the creative one though. I gotta get that. That sounds good.
And create more time in the day so we
That
have
would be
time to do all this stuff and the studies we want to do.
that would that would be nice actually.
Or just
I
just be like Sam and don't sleep.
yeah yeah
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I did with Eve, but I can't do it anymore. I was like getting sick, and I had like
Yeah.
autoimmune disease flared up. It was all
Body was
things. So,
running down on you. Yeah.
yeah. So that this I'm trying to find a balance between the I have to, otherwise my hands won't move. So I got to find
True.
balance between health and drawing.
Well, speaking of not getting you sick, we're coming up on an hour. We want to make sure we get you all snugly tucked into bed and everything.
I'm having
Sam,
fun though.
you have anything more for him before we wrap up tonight, Sam?
I mean, not really. Just you just want to run back through and promote, the two shows that you have coming up, so people know. I guess 3 shows technically with the online art show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, so I'll be at the Graphics Con. It's in Manhattan on Sunday. And I posted about that on my Instagram, so you can find it all there. So if you're nearby, stop by. I'm gonna mostly be selling original art there and Eve, because I think it's more of a collector's kind of show. So that's kind of cool. And then I'll be doing the same 2 days, the Comic-Con art live show. So I'm just started putting my booth together today, but I'll have those same drawings on sale there, and then I'll quickly take it down if I sell it at the other
Nice.
one. So that'll be kind of fun.
And
And I'm
they
also
can
selling Eve there.
they can buy your originals via your website as well that I've got going across the
Yeah,
bottom too.
yes, yeah. I'm posting like some incrementally, so I'm gonna add more as I go. But I wanted to save some for the show coming up. So,
Perfect.
and then I'm doing one if you're in New Jersey in June in West Orange, New Jersey. That's a Saturday and Sunday. It's like I think it's June 27th or something. It's the Garden State Con. But it's pretty cool because Kevin Eastman's gonna be there and James
Oh,
LeVar.
nice.
So two of my
Yeah.
heroes.
James
Yeah.
LeVar, that's amazing, dude.
I've been wanting to meet him for so long, and the first New York Comic Con I went to, he was there, but he was in the bathroom the whole time. I couldn't. Every time I came back, he was in the bathroom. And then it said he was there the next year, but he actually wasn't there, and that
Oh,
happened
man.
again. So I just gave up. But I'm gonna try to find him this time
Hell
and
yeah,
give him
dude.
my book.
I'm jealous. That dude is super
Yeah.
elusive. It's like he never
Yeah.
does interviews. He never
I
does
know.
cons anymore. So it's like you
I
take
feel so
advantage of that.
like lucky. Yeah, and I'll be like
Yeah.
working at the show, which
Sweet.
I hope I can afford an original drawing. It's like the only time I can get it.
They're
Would
they're
you
not
say-
super expensive. So
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
good.
his art's not very pricey. Surprisingly,
Nice.
Oh,
pretty
It's
affordable.
good for me.
Yeah.
Would you say you're the most active on Instagram as far as people keeping track of what you got going on?
Yeah,
'Cause I know
I'm
you have
post there the
X
most.
too, but yeah,
Yeah, I always forget about that one.
you kind of post some of the same things from now and again, but I say
Yeah,
daily, as far as where your daily activity is, I would say on Instagram.
yeah, and I do have a Substack, which I constantly forget to update. So I'm going to try to get better at that one. But you can subscribe to that one through the website as well. And I was going to get better at actually writing stuff and giving little tips and things. But I forget about it, so I'm trying
Yeah,
not to do
yeah.
that.
We all need to again create the ability to spawn more time out of nothing, and we will be ready to go,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I
I
just
just had
watched the
a
Seinfeld episode when Kramer said Da Vinci slept only 20 minutes increments. And I was like, maybe I should try
I
that.
got a couple of compliments in here that I wanted to read from some of your peers before we
Oh,
go.
thanks.
Ed says John's style gets more refined every week.
Oh, thanks, Ed. You too.
And Vic says John's energy and flow in his artwork is so inspiring.
You too, Vic. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And your speed. I envy your speed.
Thanks, James.
All of
Like
you
I said, it
guys.
doesn't feel like it because this crawler book's been taking forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm redesigning the characters because I designed them 4 years ago, and I totally changed, so they're switching.
Yet again, making more work for yourself.
Yeah, I had to.
Well, John, thank you so much for being on here
Yeah,
super
thank you
late into
guys.
the evening with us, man. This was really good, really
Yeah, it
fun,
was
and
fun for me too. Thanks.
awesome. All right, Sam. Sam, you got a White Line Deadline too. We're gonna be doing a launch stream here pretty soon for that. So
3 weeks from today.
Yep, 3 weeks from
Oh,
today. Want to encourage everybody to run over, jump on Sam's Patreon. Got a lot of behind the scenes looks at things in there. And make sure you join us every Tuesday. And last but not least, Nerdy Musings Patreon. Paid members are getting the weekly episodes 48 hours early. So have a lot of amazing episodes stacked up, including Mr. Thomas Healy, who is Todd McFarlane's editor on Spawn. He will be coming
that's
on
awesome.
real soon. So one step closer to the McFarlane goal, ladies and gentlemen.
That'll
All
be
right,
fun
guys.
to meet him.
Yeah, it'll be cool. Listen, guys, have a good one. Thanks to everybody who hung out. Let's check the chat one more time. It's everybody saying goodbye.
See you later.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye.